this week. Don't make Samba found 2 goals in that game against Sydney FC. A brace for her, brace for Grace Jale as well. And a couple of players discovering their shooting boots just to relieve the pressure. So much weight on the shoulders of this player. She's an icon in the Nepalese community, and you can see the numbers that turn out to support her. It's wonderful for the league. Wellington throw. Long throw skips over everyone. Harrison can watch it harmlessly dribble out. Well, we speak of defence and some of the defensive duties at hand. It's been a tough old outing for Western Sydney, who are trying to pick apart what has been a really disciplined Wellington side, and maybe with some defending to do here. Vlock's ball is dropping to Samba, and it's an awkward one in the box. Not quite dealt with on the first time of asking. Bounces off one to another. And in the end, it's Emma Main who's on the spot, can steer it into the back of the net for the Wellington Phoenix. It caught everyone off guard, but Wellington, they've got the lead.
What a great finish there, but we've got to really praise the setup of the press from the Wellington Phoenix. You can see that Bev Priestman here has done her homework on the Western Sydney Wanderers, knowing that they like to play out from the back, and you could see from the beginning how aggressive they were. They were pressing up with 3, waiting for the Western Sydney Wanderers to play out from there, and then really took their opportunity. Once they won the ball, they exploded forward to be able to grab that first strike and put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, definitely caught the Wanderers on the back foot. And Samba appears to have been caught on that right foot. Emma Main with her first goal of the season. It's a top start for the Phoenix. But concerning signs here for Samba, who gets a little treatment from the physio.
You can see here Lana Cern really just coming in, flying there on Samba. A little bit of probably frustration from getting that goal super early in the game and being disappointed there. But, you know, just got to be really careful with these challenges.
Well, there's no doubt she'll be receiving some close attention. That's late from Alana Cern, undoubtedly. She's got that right knee heavily strapped. Back to her feet, which is a relief for Samba, a relief for Wellington fans, but no doubt she will have been ID'd as one of their key threats. That's a decent ball over the top. The experienced Vic Essen is well off her line. Now a chance for the Wanderers to reply in kind. Possession in favour of the visiting team inside the opening 10 minutes, and it'll be an early goal really favouring the visiting team. Samba square to Bott, back inside to Samba, has a little bit of space, thinking about a turn, runs into a well-defended wall, still alive. Pia Vlock threads the ball wide, centering cross, looping and undangerous over the top. Wall trying to find some quality on the delivery. Again, Wanderers play short. The press comes. Second ball with Phoenix. CJ Bott pulls the pass wide to Brooke Nunn. Her touch inside, prodded away. Bott again. Now Samba, who has a bit of space if she can find it. Run into it. Samba's cross. Dangerous, flicked onto the far post. Again, not quite dealt with in the middle. Dangerous areas here for Western Sydney. And Western Sydney at the moment, they're just absorbing pressure. That's a nice ball over the top. Nunn has a bit of time to think about it. Finds Samba. Her touch, 1 and 2 off the foot. And in the end, it's desperate defending by Wang Ying, the Chinese international, who goes to ground to block the cross. And a single shot on target and a single goal for Wellington. Quite the return. He's inside. Barry to beat, nice challenge. Good individual defending from Mackenzie Barry. And Pia Vlok, the 17-year-old for Wellington, who's been quite a revelation in the midfield. What a talent she is. Pass finds Samba. You can hear the crowd rising. Needs an option in the middle. The ball is good. It's Harrison to block. Here's Vlok, the 17-year-old, and that's a heavy challenge. Tumbles over the top. Scrappy for a moment or two. Vandermeer, that's a poor pass, blocked by Berryhill. Slows things down to speed it up. Here comes Matos. Centering ball is a good idea from Matos, but dealt with at the back by Wellington's defence. Well, end to end at the moment. Here's Pia Vlok, New Zealand youth international, called up into the squad, entrusted by Priestman to do a job, and done a job indeed she has over the last few weeks.
You can see here Buchanan really getting stuck in with his tackle here, and with some great defending and showing how aggressive she can be. And especially at the moment, they're trying to weather the storm here, the Western Sydney Wanderers.
They're just absorbing a lot of pressure, Western Sydney. Long searching ball over the top. And that's good strength by Jale to win the second ball. Runs into a bit of trouble, does get the free kick in the end. CJ Bott suggesting that's twice now.
You've got to give it to Chisari here. Physically, Jale is just so much more superior than Chisari, but doesn't give up in a tackle. Always really, trying to get her body in between the player and trying to use her body, but just comes off second best there.
It's hard up against a player with the stature of Grace Jale. In the words of Bev Priestman, she's a top player, and she's stepped up this season for Wellington. Wellington trying to fashion something down their attacking right-hand side. Vlok can turn out, keep play alive. Samba, nice little touches. Samba still. Wellington blocking through Jale. Western Sydney just unable to stop the pressure, the wave after wave of the Phoenix attack. And that first goal really is the last thing that Jeff Abraham's side needed.
This is exactly how they were playing against Sydney FC. They were so aggressive, so on the front foot. You can see every time that they win the ball, they look to go forward at pace, looking for little combination plays. And when they do get the ball into wide areas and they're crossing, there's always numbers in the box that are hungry, looking to put that ball in the back of the net.
Phoenix throw. Heavy contact over the shoulder of Jale. Again, have a look at that passing accuracy. Is that ball right on cue? 55% Western Sydney to almost 73% to that of Wellington Phoenix, and it really matches the pictures that we're watching.
What happens, Grace, obviously on the training pitch, you set out with a plan and you come with a game plan to go against your opponent, and you can see there that the Western Sydney Wanderers aren't going away from their game plan. They're looking to play out from the back, but the Phoenix are pressing them aggressively and really, really high. And this is where the experience and the game management of players on the field, then maybe a Shan Karmas needs to get to the point and go, girls, let's push them up here.
Well, they've persisted so far with playing out from the back at their goal kicks. That's what led to the first goal. Great pressure. And it looks as though as well, here comes again CJ Bott, full of energy, full of running always. Western Sydney just struggling to find a way out. Rolls pass straight into Harrison. Harrison's pass straight to Jale. Now Vandermeer. And the Phoenix can start to build again. Here's Vlock, who's had a pocket picked.
Again, Chisari here, just in that battle, not shying away from it, really getting involved and trying to really bring the Wanderers back into this game again.
Berry Hills drop deep as an option, doesn't receive the pass. Long searching one over the top, does really well to find Matos. That's a nice centering ball too from Matos, not dealt with equally so by Phoenix in their defensive area. Drops in a heavy challenge, up and under. Vic Essen has a close eye on it. Well, I haven't had much action in that final third, Western Sydney, but it didn't look too convincing from Wellington's defence on that occasion.
When you're used to attacking for majority of the game at the moment, what they've had, you know, more of the action down the other end, and then once they do come down, they need to really be ready and focused for it. And the thing is now with the Wanderers, once they do get into that final third, they need to be really clinical and not really rush things. So Danica Matos getting into those areas, if there's nobody in the box, if it's not the right cross, maybe you need support underneath where you can change the point of attack and go out the other way. But, you know, don't rush things. They need to really get themselves under control here and really get into that game management of the game.
Oh, it's a lovely turn by Vlock, and she's heavily brought to ground. Do you think the first card of the afternoon might be produced?
You can see here, no yellow cards at the moment here for Ghirardello. I think she's very lucky there.
Well, she might be. A little word, and perhaps the last word, Wong Ying gets a talking to from the referee. So Barry to take the free kick for Wellington. Saba misses the touch and Western Sydney can clear. And Tanika Matos gets through such a mountain of work for Western Sydney. She has for year on year now. Incredible engine. The corner in the end. Great opportunity for Wellington to extend their lead. And they've had a really good record from corners, in fact the best across the league so far. The Wellington Phoenix found the back of the net on 4 occasions, which is a league high. They've got some good aerial targets. Ellie Walker there, the American, Grace Jale as well. You can see the back post occupying dangerous areas. The delivery is good. Looking into the sun, not so good on second glance. Emma Main just dragging that one a little shallow.
Again, you can see here, Grace, the Wellington Phoenix really aggressive with their press, and the Wanderers now looking to skip lines and skip the press of the Wellington Phoenix.
Oh, this will be a good battle. Chloe Berryhill, CJ Bott, 2 absolute competitors. Bott brought to ground, retaliated, but after the whistle had gone, Sanders got an arm in the air, wants a delivery. Vandermeer retreats through Barry. Barry stretches it wide to Nunn. Has really enjoyed life at Wellington since coming across from last year's champions in the Central Coast Mariners. Slotted in well to that right-hand side of Wellington's attack. Marisa Vandermeer, nice pass inside. Lyra Wall, her first touch, showing a bit too much of it. Nice release pass, searching for inside, who's done really well up against Barry. A football fern, Alyssa inside, but that's a good recovery. And back it comes. The scrap not done yet. Alyssa inside still going. Mackenzie Barry, in the end, does get the free kick the way of the Phoenix.
The Phoenix is such a physical team. They're really aggressive. Every player is really on the front foot all the time, looking to win those battles.
Matos. Vandermeer across to cover. The goals flowed freely against Sydney FC for Wellington. Hasn't quite been the case. The first one, you'd say, a little gift. Still with work to do, nonetheless, but high press from the Wellington Phoenix. Poor giveaway at the back. Emma Main could pounce. And now the visitors holding on to a narrow lead. And final third entries, perhaps a little closer than you'd anticipate. Matos's throw back to her feet. Chisari around the corner inside, tries to squeeze it through. And 24-year-old Mackenzie Barry, an important part of this Wellington defence. Nodded on by Insard. And across comes Seon Kim, or Sunny, as she's affectionately known. Chisari first to it. Good anticipation by the midfielder. Matos down the line and fashions a pass to Sunny. Overlapping run. Matos, here she comes again. Cross not quite dealt with once more by Wellington's defence. Bott takes a couple of touches and releases the pressure valve. Jeff Abrams keeping close watch on this near touchline. Alana Cern with the ball in her hands, of course, coming across from Western United. Has been a regular part of this Western Sydney defence as well. Free kick goes the way of the home team.
I love here Vandermeer just gets stuck in here on Insard and then puts a hand up looking to get the ball back.
Matos down the line. Cern slips it to Berryhill, who has a bit of space. Her pass skips across the surface. No Western Sydney shirts to be found. Off strides Brooke Nunn. Releases Emma Main, the goal scorer, down the right-hand side, but Sham Khamis off her line well. And you can just hear the crowd lift at any moment that Wellington look to mount an attack. You'd see almost a 3 at the back for Western Sydney. Those wing-backs playing really high and wide.
They are. They've got Amy Harrison just dropping in to make that extra player in the back to try and create that width and looking for that change of the point of the attack there. But what happens is when Amy Harrison drops into that defensive line, it takes another player out of the midfield, and it's all well and good going around, but at some point you need to go through that middle of the park to be able to break the line, to be able to progress the ball forward.
So the Wanderers will have a throw. Both players gone to ground and slowly returning to their feet. Wellington can maintain possession. Vandermeer. Back through Barry. The pressure coming now from the Wanderers. It's been a good start by Alyssa Insard. She's looked most likely for the Wanderers' attack.
It's definitely a well-deserved start for Insard today. I think coming off the bench, she's really made the difference for the Western Sydney Wanderers and has really earned the start today. And it's great to see Jeff Abrahams, you know, putting trust in her and giving her the opportunity to really cement her spot in this team.
Well, here she is, Insard. Her shot clatters into Barry, who has done well to avoid a corner. Just a throw in, just a third start. Insard, 8th appearance. Those other ones obviously off the bench. Berryhill does really well to skip past Wall. Now clips inside. It's a nice piece of it there. Amy Chisari met that well. Well, Vic Essen has taken a moment, and this is a little concerning for the Phoenix. As we have another look. A little innocuous, hard to see exactly what happened here, Nils.
It is a bit of a tough one there. It looks like as she's stepped across, maybe like her knees sort of giving way a little bit there. And you can see by the look on her face, she just sort of, it looks like they're testing the hamstring here.
Or maybe just felt a little tweak as she stepped to the side. Super experienced goalkeeper is Vic Essen, a 34-year-old. And on the bench tonight for Wellington Phoenix is Amy Feinberg-Daniele. As we have another look just to try and make sense of the moment.
It looks like as she's lunged to the side and lunged out, she must have felt something in her hamstring there. And
well, Daniele had the one appearance a little early in the season when Essen was out with a slight niggle. And a couple more for Feinberg-Daniele in previous seasons. So she has played before, but appearances few and far between. Vic Essen back to her feet and looks to be okay. And it's afforded an opportunity for both teams to have a quick chat with coaches, quick drink of water on a warm evening.
Essen was a fantastic pickup for the Wellington Phoenix. Such, you know, a great goalkeeper, but also so much experience. A 2-time Olympian as well, and to come back, you know, in her home country to play in front of friends and families, but also be able to give back to these younger players that are coming through. I think this has been one of the greatest things about the addition to the Wellington Phoenix, which allows, you know, players from New Zealand to be able to come back and play in the Ninja A-League. Another great addition, CJ Bott. What a top pickup she was for the Wellington Phoenix as well. So much still to give to this team.
A couple of great names you've just mentioned there. And of course, Wellington do a bit of an injury run there. Alyssa Wynnum, unfortunately, doing her knee. Tessa Nidarg as well, out with for the rest of the season, too, with a season-ending knee injury. Tiana Jabers yet to return for the side, and Macy Fraser, of course, on a leave of absence. So they've had to dig deep into their squad, but now they've got some defending to do. Here comes Insard. Clipped cross is headed away by Barry. And again into Barry. Happy to clear for distance. 30-minute mark ticks over. Possession levelled out now, 50-50. Matos, sharp pass inside. Centering ball bounce in. Here's Chisari. Been very busy in his opening half hour. Solid challenge from Nunn, and the crowd like it. That pass can't meet a Wellington player. Possession back with Western Sydney. Chisari can turn and face into space. Retreating Samba puts the pressure on. That's a nice ball from Alana Cern. And this is better from Western Sydney. Nice little play. Inside if she can get the cross away. Good, strong challenge through the side from Vandermeer. And Lara Wall down the line to Emma Main, who's brought to ground.
You can see here just that little grab of the T-shirt there from Harada.
It's been a physical match so far. 11 fouls and counting in this opening half hour. On that occasion, hand of apology from CJ Bott as the ball just slipped under her foot. That touch favoured Jale, the pass a little less so. Barry anticipates well. Well, it feels like a long time since Western Sydney last got a result as Georgia Ghirardello produces a yellow card seemingly in the direction of Brooke Nunn. Or perhaps for the retaliation. Indeed, confirmation yellow card to Brooke Nunn.
We know that Brooke Nunn can get quite feisty on the pitch. We've seen it last season with the Central Coast Mariners as well. She's a real winner.
The chance breaks forward, and it's Samba who's first to retrieve. But looks flabbergasted, as she was certain it was heading out for a Wellington Phoenix corner. Not to be, so Western Sydney. Again, short goal kick. Harrison on the ball, pressure coming in. They do slip a pass beyond the first line of Wellington's defence. Across comes Emma Main. Nice pass to Harada. This better from Western Sydney, just a little neater. Pressure approaching in Nunn. And Wong Ying will send that long and shouts for a handball. Ghirardello sees it.
A lot better here from the Western Sydney Wanderers. Look a little bit more settled into this game. It was really rough that they conceded really early in the game, and that really can, create a little bit of uncertainty within the team as well. But they really seem to have settled now, which is great. And they can see that the Wellington Phoenix are looking to press really aggressively. And now Amy Harrison, for instance, dropping in, picking up that ball and looking to skip that press as well, which is great to see. The only little thing then, little bit of a finer details when Sham Karmas does play into Amy Harris. She's not a left-footed player. So when she does, she has to try and get back onto her right foot to be able to clear her lines there.
Glancing header, Jale to Jasari. Block will close down, and Ying will send that one back to Essen, who looks to have recovered from that momentary concern. Definite improvement in the passing accuracy. Fairly consistent from Wellington. It was just over 50% when we last checked for Western Sydney. Game just meandering into the latter end of this first half. 10 minutes to play. Ellie Walker, the American, formed an important part of this Wellington's defence. Nunn's cross is blocked. Whistle goes. The Wanderers player down and needing attention. Concerned players around. We'll have another look. That was the cross that came through from Brooke Nunn. Watch this one here, just heavy whack into the side of Ella Buchanan's head.
They're never fun, Grace, especially when they come unexpectedly there. And you can see Brooke Nunn really crossing that ball in with full force there.
Ella Buchanan starting all 8 games for Jeff Abrahams this season. Consistency we've seen at the back for this Wanderers side. And again, just another opportunity for both teams to have a quick chat, quick meeting of the minds. So play can recommence. Buchanan back to her feet. And looks to be okay to continue, which is great to see. Wonderful crowd filling the stands at Wanderers Football Park. And a drop ball. It'll be uncontested. With a little bit of pressure coming through from Samba. 4 shots apiece. Nice touch from Brooke Nunn. She is dispossessed through some good work by Seon Kim. Long throw from Walker. Good speed. And the first time cross from Samba has a right idea about it as well. Lara Wall a little late to arrive. Main is upended and it's a free kick in a really dangerous area, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Amy Harrison and Wanderers players arguing the point.
Sometimes in these areas here, it's not about being pretty. Sometimes it's just about clearing your lines and getting rid of the pressure there. And just unfortunately, that touch for Chloe Berry, who doesn't sit off right. And, you know, they draw the foul here in a dangerous area. And really, these last final minutes of this first half, it's really important. The Western Sydney Wanderers have really got themselves back into this game now. They're getting better possession, more shots on target, and they've really got to hold on here and get themselves into the halftime break.
Well, it's Jale and Samba standing over the ball. Really good area for a free kick. This will be a direct shot, you'd have to think. Both players plenty capable of finding the back of the net. Five players in the wall for Western Sydney. Can the Phoenix double it? Jarlate to take through the wall, and it's a great save by Karmas. Oh, she did well, Grace Jarlate, to squeeze that through the gap. But Karmas Good organisation, good preparation of the players in front. Top save. Well, Georgia Ghirardello has come across to have a little chat with her assistant. And that yellow card looked to be pointed in the direction of the Wanderers bench. We'll get confirmation on that in just a minute. So congested area for this corner, the in-swinger. 5 minutes before the half-time break, lofted corner into the box, and again, Karmas up to task.
Great take there by Sham Karmas, really strong in her box, and gets the Wanderers out quickly there, knowing that they can have a little bit of a counter-attack there and get up the other end, and trying to put the Wellington Phoenix under a little bit of pressure.
Well, inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. And the Wanderers, to their credit, have clawed their way back into this game. Confirmation that yellow card was pointed in the direction of Trinity Allen, the goalkeeping coach for Western Sydney. But how about this free kick, yours?
A great free kick here from Jale. What a fantastic save by Sham Karmas as well. You could just see the way that Samba and Jale were talking about it. There must be something that they've spoken about on the training pitch. I love that. And then the teammates, how they're getting around each other. This has been the real difference in the Wellington Phoenix this season, and you can really see it come to life in their last match, but also today you can see the camaraderie between this team. You've got to give credit to Bev Priestman and their whole coaching staff and the whole team behind the team that's really done a fantastic job with this Wellington Phoenix squad.
Definitely look to be a together type of team. Here comes Samba. Nice release ball to Nunn, who has a bit of space in front. Emma Main looks for the first time cross, and Samba will tumble it into the back of the net. Wanderers are disputing, but Samba has been heavily flattened on the ground. It looks as though the offside flag has gone up. And Wellington can't quite make it to right before the half-time break.
You can see here the Wellington Phoenix, as soon as they pick up and recover that ball, they look to break forward really, really quickly there. Emma Main not checking her line there, offside, but Samba just really putting her body on the line there to put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, like any good striker should, in the right place at the right time. Let's have a look at perhaps where this offside occurred.
You can see here Emma Main is making a run across the line there. She's already in an offside position.
So moments tick away before the half-time break. It was close, but a great call in the end by the assistant referee. This will give us a better view. There it is.
You can see here Main is way offside here. Brooke Nunn plays in behind here. The linesman pulls the flag up. Samba still making that run into the box.
Heavy to the turf went Samba. Good to see. Should be all right to continue. And still a fair scrap in the middle of the park for this Wanderers team up against Wellington. scooped over the top, the delivery from Samba to Main. 6 minutes. Confirmation of stoppage time added at the end of this first half. We've had a couple of injuries, players needing attention at either end. And the sun just dropping across Wanderers Football Park, cooling as the evening stretches on. Here's Jale. Barry to Walker. Walker's pass excited the crowd. That challenge bringing Emma Main to ground.
It was a big effort there by Chloe Berryhill. Even though she doesn't make the run there, it gives Ella Buchanan here the opportunity to really get stuck in, and she doesn't shy away from a tackle, Buchanan. And
good strength from Brooke Nunn. Has Jale inside if she can pick her out. Bot at the top of the box as well. Nunn asking where the free kick was. Not there, said the assistant referee. Wanderers look to move quickly. Inside, nice little help on. That's great defending by Ellie Walker. Transitional game this. Jale over the top. Nunn full of running. This one she will keep in. Buchanan closes down the space. Brooke Nunn, her cross blocked by Buchanan. That'll be a Phoenix corner.
this is when you start to see the game open up. It starts to go end to end. It's very transitional. There's massive gaps between the lines, and it can get really, really scary for teams in this situation. Again, the Western Sydney Wanderers, a few minutes here left until half-time. Really important they stay switched on. You do not want to be conceding at this point in the game.
So the corner, the in-swinger coming from the left boot of Lara Wall. Numbers arriving, Samba one of them, Vandermeer another. Little short, picked up easily by the Wanderers' defence. Wall will get another pop at it. That's blocked well again. Here's Berryhill. Wanderers look to get rid. Sharp turn by Sonny, who can drive into space. Across his block, and that's well defended by the 17-year-old. That pass anticipated, even better so, by Berryhill, who will not give up the chase, nor will Mackenzie Barry.
Berryhill's really leading by example today. You can see she's trying to chase everything down, trying to be a real leader on the pitch, and really trying to bring the whole team behind her with her. But the problem is, once she goes, the distances between all the Western Sydney Wanderers players are so big. You could see just before with Sonny receiving the ball, beating that first player, but there's no support from the rest of the team to be able to go forward.
Chloe Berryhill announcing that this will be her last year of football, vying for a spot in that Matilda's Asian Cup squad. Back home from Italy to get more regular minutes. And that she will get in this Wanderers team. She too got on the goal scorer's sheet last week, Chloe Berryhill, and would love to do so again. But works hard to try and prevent the corner, and seems to have done very well.
You can just see here the experience from Vic Essen really slowing this part of the game down, knowing there's only a few minutes left until half-time. You can see she's pointing long, get the team, squeeze them up. No issues here, no stress, no worrying about playing out. Just get rid of the pressure here, go long and really just ride it out until the half-time.
Experienced play by the goalkeeper. The header from Barry is up. Jale gets the second ball. Block tidies up. Vandermeer goes long. Nice header, helpful from Main. Samba has 1-2 to beat. Thinks about the strike, the square pass behind Nunn. He can wheel out and find Bott. CJ Bott, her left foot just scuffs past and not quite a shot nor a cross. So almost through this 6 minutes of stoppage time. And for the first time in this half, Sham Khamis doesn't want to play short.
She's recognised here there's not long to go. She's pushing the players over to the right-hand side, and because she knows once you do go long, you need to look to win that second ball as well, otherwise it can be dangerous like this.
First ball, second ball, both the way of the Phoenix. Still Samba, lively. She can close the angle. Cuts inside, blocks by Trisari, in comes Vlock, flying through. But there's the full-time whistle. 45 minutes plus 6 in the bag as Georgia Ghirardello brings the half to a close. It'll be a welcome reprieve, a chance to reset for both sides in warm conditions at Wanderers Football Park. It was Emma Main who got things underway in the 7th minute, thanks to a Samba assist. And the one goal from the first half separates the team. So half-time at Wanderers Football Park. It's Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Wellington Phoenix 1. We'll get the better of the two teams.
They really did, Grace. They were really aggressive. You could see straight away as the Western Sydney Wanderers were looking to play out from the back. They were so aggressive on the front foot, and they really left off from that win against Sydney FC. Great to go forward, right place, right time. Emma Main puts the ball in the back of the net and brings the Phoenix 1-0 up.
The dream start, and this a really good chance for Wellington as well. The free kick in the end from Grace Jale. Top save, good organisation by Sham Khamis to deny the Phoenix a second.
Absolutely, what a fantastic strike there from Grace Jale, and an even better save there from Sham Khamis.
So having a look at the halftime stats, well, there's one that's standing out, shots on target. Phoenix have 2, one of those found the back of the net. But what about that big donut next to the Western Sydney Wanderers tally?
I'm sure Jeff Abrahams is really going to address that at halftime, but it's fantastic to see that the first 15 minutes, the Western Sydney Wanderers really weathered the storm and really got themselves back into the game. So even though they don't have any shots on target, they really brought the possession back up. They got some shots off and really got themselves back into this game.
Well, they did, and there is plenty to look forward to in the second half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the other side of this quick break.